Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Jono Funk and here with a review with an upcoming game that's about to make a splash, Ocean Keeper. Now before we dive into the depths of this review, here's a quick disclaimer. This is technically sponsored, as I have received a free copy from the wonderful folks at Retro Style Games. But to keep things unbiased, I'll be purchasing an extra copy on release day to gift to one lucky commenter below. Now, let's dive in. Project Ocean Keeper is an action-packed roguelike that puts you in control of a huge robotic spider mech, exploring the ocean floors and remnants of a civilization. The underwater world is not just a serene, beautiful place, it's teeming with dangers. The core gameplay loop involves diving into caves to mine valuable resources, using them to upgrade your diving suit and mech while fighting off waves of increasingly challenging sea monsters. So, let's talk about the gameplay. Well, it's split into three primary loops: mining, combat, and an overarching metagame. As a mech pilot, you will dive into caves to gather resources. This mining phase is a race against time, and when the timer runs out, you're immediately plunged into combat. Here, you need to deftly maneuver your mech, avoiding damage while dishing out your own. Defeat all the enemies, and the mining timer resumes. Cunning players will position their mech near caves as combat begins to wind down. This creates a rhythmic heartbeat of action and downtime, where staying too long in caves and being a little too greedy can lead to disastrous consequences. But don't worry, losing isn't the end, it's just the beginning of the metagame. The resources you collected in the run also reward you with coins that can be used to permanently upgrade your mech and diving suit, and thus significantly impacting your performance in future attempts. This is done in the main menu, outside of any threats of combat or mining. The game also features unique boss levels that help break up the regular action and provide a welcoming change of pace. These three gameplay loops create an addictive, just one more round kind of feeling that keeps you coming back for more. And in a fun twist of fate, I got super lucky with this crab boss that enabled me to mine at my leisure. Now, this is a pre-release build, so there were some teething issues with performance and audio, but those I fully expect to eventually get ironed out, especially for release. But I do have a couple of suggestions for the developers. First, use some elemental storytelling that can enhance the experience. For instance, turning the ocean red in the mining phase just before the boss fight arrives, therefore signifying the upcoming battle. Second, it would be great if we could have some kind of mining drone or swarm that helps assist us in the caves with dealing some cutting. Now, there is a pain point that I want to highlight, and that is the transition between the mining caves and going into the mech is quite delayed, and resurfacing despawns any of your drones or bombs that are in the cave, which can be quite frustrating when you expect them to still be doing their work down there. I would love to be able to pop in mid-combat to let loose all of my miner abilities, like dropping a bomb and collectors and miners, and then quickly resurfacing mid-combat while they're working below me. That could encourage a fun risk-reward element to the game where taking that risk could pay off quite nicely. Additionally, the difficulty curve has quite a lot of spikes in it, particularly level 7. I found that before I got some upgrades, I just could not get over that wall, which is not a problem usually, but it's very quick to go from relaxed to dead very fast in the game. So I think the balancing changes will help make the progression feel a little more smooth. Despite this, I've spent around 8 hours in Project Ocean Keeper in a pre-release build and found it thoroughly entertaining. So for my final thoughts, the game's bones are solid. It's clear that Retro Style Games is in the polishing phase, and I'm excited to see how they build on the foundations with new weapons and gears and enemies. Currently, there is no story, not that every game requires a story, but I am eager to see what kind of narrative elements they might be able to introduce in the future. So, there you have it. Ocean Keeper is shaping up to be a fantastic addition to the roguelike genre. And don't forget, I'll be gifting a copy to one lucky commenter, so please leave your thoughts below in order to enter. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe for some more content. And again, thank you Retro Style Games for reaching out to me. You have been absolutely wonderful in our communication. So until next time, happy diving.
No hit round, okay? No hit round.
Hazte afuera. Hazte afuera.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. GG.